Hello! Welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing Wrestlemania 36 Night 2 Electric Boogaloo. We kick off with the pre-show match, Natalya versus Liv Morgan. There was a series of pinfall reversals, and then Morgan finally gets the best of Natalya in that, and she gets the win. Good win for Liv Morgan. Match was meh, going to give it a 2 out of 5. Then after the match, Morgan posed for the crowd. This was a theme throughout the night where people were trying to play to a non-existent crowd, and it kind of took you out of it a little bit. Then we saw Dolph Ziggler trying to call Mandy. She wouldn't pick up. Ziggler and Sonya tried to figure out what they were going to do. Kayla Braxton tried to get a word, but they refused. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Then we see Stephanie presenting Night 2. Same opening video package from last night. Then more Rob Gronkowski. Yeah, 6 out of 10 for the opening little bits. Then we had Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte. Rhea Ripley had a very interesting attire on. Kind of looked like she was wearing an oversized bra. I don't know, it's a bit weird. This is the first time the NXT titles has been defended at WrestleMania. Flair kept attacking her legs throughout the match. She locked on the most evil looking figure 8 ever, and Rhea tapped. Charlotte won the championship. Like someone put in the thing I'm reading, it wasn't about Rhea going over, it was about her getting over. I don't think anything got her over in this. Personally, I didn't think this was that good of a match. Going to give it a 2.75 out of 5. Then we move on to Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley had Black up to hit a Dominator. Lana says no, spear him. Lashley drops him, attempts to go for a spear, gets nailed by a Black Mass. 2.5, pretty average. So yeah, it was alright. Then we get a plug of the fact that Money in the Bank is happening the 5th of May. So apparently we're still... we're still doing Money in the Bank, apparently. Then Charlie Caruso's with the Gronk, and he wants to win the 24/7 title. We then go to what was one of my most hyped matches, Dolph Ziggler versus Otis. This was what you would expect. Sonya Deville came out with Otis. There was no Tucker today. During the match, we had a compactor on Ziggler. Sonya got on the apron. Otis was going for the caterpillar. Dolph Ziggler got a low blow. Mandy ran down, slapped Sonya, beat her up. Ziggler said she was ruining anything that she had with him. She then hit him with a low blow. Otis scored the pin with a caterpillar. Mandy embraced him. He picked her up. They kissed. And then, yeah, that was it. It was what we were expecting from the end of the story. The match itself wasn't particularly that good. Going to give it a 2.25 out of 5. Then we hit next with the Edge and Orton last man standing match. Orton dressed as a cameraman hit an RKO out of nowhere on Edge. Then they start the match, have a big massive brawl throughout the arena. They managed to get on top of a ring truck. Orton climbed down, got some chairs, drilled him with a black one, set up a concerto, but Edge caught him in a submission choke. And then nailed Orton with a concerto and gets counted out. This really did drag on. I mean, it was what it was. It was a big brawl, which was kind of what we were expecting, but it did go on way too damn long. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. If it hadn't have gone on so long, it might have eked up into the 4 region, but yeah. Then Mojo ran into the Performance Centre. He was chased down by 1 million people. A lot of people that no one has ever seen before and will never see again. They all beat him down in front of the balcony Elias was tossed from. Gronk did a trust fall off it and then pinned Mojo so WWE can send the scenes out on all social media outlets. So the Gronk is now the 24/7 champion. Kind of what I was expecting them to be doing at this point. I'm surprised they didn't give it to him yesterday. 6 out of 10. Then we go to Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza. Theory nailed Dawkins, had the pin. Montez came off the top with a frog splash, made the cover. It was short. I'm going to give it a 2.75 out of 5. It was good for what it was. After the match, the challengers beat down the champion. Selena then kicked forward. Bianca Belair ran to the ring to save her husband. Nailed a kiss of death on Selena. Vega's facial expressions were amazing here. So maybe Bianca's joined the Raw roster. Maybe she's not. Who knows? But yeah, that was a nice little moment. 6.5 out of 10 for the little bit at the end. Then Charles O'Neill is now hosting WrestleMania because the Gronk had to leave. He's on the balcony. Please don't trip over Titus. Then we had the Women's Championship match. Bayley versus Lacey versus Sasha versus Tamina versus Naomi. Tamina got eliminated by everyone piling on top of her. Then Naomi tapped out to the bank statement. Then Sasha Banks got eliminated. And then Sasha came back and helped Bayley beat Lacey Evans. So Bayley's still the champion. This match was not really anything, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't great. Gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. Then we go to the Firefly Funhouse, in quotations, match. Cena comes out into the Performance Centre. Bray then brings up the Firefly Funhouse, and then poof, Cena is in the Funhouse. Then we see Cena reliving vignettes in a nightmare version of his career. He dressed up in his original attire, ruthless aggression, but then couldn't hit Bray. And then we went into a WWE Twilight Zone, going through Saturday Night Main Event, and he sang Nikki Bella's theme song, and then they went to WCW, and Wyatt played Eric Bischoff. We had the puppets everywhere, with Vince McMahon on commentary, with Mercy as Macho Buzzard or something like that. We had Hollywood Hogan. Then they go to see. We had Rapper Cena, of course. Then we have modern day Cena. Then the Fiend's behind him. Mandible Claw. Bray Wyatt counts the pin as the Fiend pins Cena, who then disappears. And then Titus O'Neill said he didn't know what he just saw. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was amazing. It was weird. It was perfect for Bray Wyatt's character. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Not going to rate it as a match because it seriously wasn't a match. We then go to the main event of the evening. Paul Heyman did not do Brock Lesnar's introduction in this. Drew got a Claymore kick, and then Brock kicked out. Went for another, but Heyman told him to move. We had a few German suplexes, loads of F5s. And then Claymore, and then Drew won the title. To be perfectly honest, this was exactly what I expected the match to be. Drew celebrated, dropped to his knees, put his hands towards the camera, thanked everyone for watching, got on the top rope, raised the belts as Lesnar laid there prone in the ring. The match, I'm just going to give a 2.5. It was an average Lesnar match. all I was expecting was average from that, and it was. But finally, Drew McIntyre has risen to the ranks of WWE Champion. Much deserved. Good job there, Drew McIntyre. That's what I was expecting to see. Now, yeah, we had one title change tonight. I would have thought maybe they would have changed the women's belt. They didn't change any of the women's belts. They really need to sort that out. But yeah, that was the show. It only really turned around at the end. I mean, the Orton's Edge match was alright, but everything else just kind of felt like a dud, to be perfectly honest, wrestling quality wise, to be perfectly honest. Gonna give the show a 6 out of 10. Definitely not as good as last night, but we did have the main event and the Firefly Funhouse. It definitely made me enjoy the night more than I should have. If they hadn't have happened, probably looking at a 3.5. But yes, thank you all for watching the review. Make sure you smash that like button, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you all later. Bye.